Have you joined the Complacent? Hello, Marketing for Owners, the podcast where I, John Butt, yes, that's a real name, it's not so funny in England, by the way, where I teach small business owners like you and like me to do the stuff I taught myself that worked. And that's why, because it works. And it uses modern marketing techniques, so most of it is free. Isn't that wonderful? How could it possibly be free? Why would you do all this, John? That's the subject for another podcast. But hey, back to Complacent. I don't need to explain what I mean by complacent, do I? There are many of you that are doing the same thing over and over. I believe it was our wonderful Mr. Einstein who said the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. So why are so many people doing it with their marketing? And remember, before I've said marketing is everything in business, so don't give me the excuses, we're not doing sales and we're not doing this. Marketing is everything. Answer me this. Are your profits growing? Are your customers great? Or do you have some bad ones? Are new customers and new leads coming to your door every day or every week? Do you have more customers than you can shake a stick at and you're not quite sure what to do with them? Do you have some customers you'd like to offload, possibly to advise to go to your competitor so they can deal with all the problems and issues they cause, or the lack of profits that they cause? Do you answer yes to any of those? Because that would be most of us, and I think even myself, I would answer yes to those questions, because this doesn't stop. It's not something I started a couple of years ago and finished last week. This is ongoing because I'm not complacent. Now, I know people who have businesses. For instance, I know somebody who uses advertising as a model and forever tells me that advertising is no longer a great model for a business, but continues to rely on their income to come from advertising. Now, that to me suggests something needs to change. I also know somebody who has who their customers, they give out a service, the service that their customers ask for, but they know, because they tell me, that is not the service that the customers should be asking for, not the service the customers should be receiving, because they know the better thing. But it's just easy to sit in the comfort zone and just let the customers get what they want. The fact that the customer doesn't know what they should be wanting seems, personally, I don't think that's the way to do it. I think to be brave and grow, because while you're sitting back on your laurels doing the same thing that you've done for the last 5 years or 10 years, some of us a bit older, maybe 20, maybe 30. Oh, gosh, did you know I started in 1984? Ooh, yes. I know some of you weren't even born, and just don't tell me, I don't want to hear. Anyway, if you're sitting back doing the same thing, you're not going to get on for long. Even huge businesses disappear suddenly. In the UK, Woolworths went bankrupt and disappeared. 2-3 years ago, done. We have Tesco's is our biggest supermarket, like our Walmart, but they've had all kinds of issues. We've got cheap ones like Aldi and Lidl attacking them and bringing in a new approach to supermarkets. We've got tyre suppliers they are being attacked by online companies who come to you and put the things on your driveway, rather than you having to go to the tyre place and do it. Old styles of business are being attacked every day, and quite often you don't even know until it's too late, because by the time it comes to your attention, it's too late. Those tyre shops, they complain about the mobile ones, instead of thinking, hey, let's start a mobile one as well, because we can. So, get up off your posterior and start to make some changes. Please, I beg you, please. I don't want you come back to me in a couple of years and saying, John, you know, the funny thing is, you did a one about complacency and look what happened to me. Yeah, just do it. Yesterday, I talked about autoresponders. And sometimes the change and everything is overwhelming. I said, you want to write autoresponders forever, so you've got a series that lasts for a year, say. And that may be 50 or 60 emails you've got to write. Now, if I said to you, okay, here's a change, go write 50 or 60 emails, you're going to think, you've got to be kidding. When am I going to do that? However, I did explain, one at a time. One at a time. You don't even have to write one a day. One a week. What's that? 20 minutes? Come on. You can do this, owners. You can, I know. Let's make changes. Let's get modern. Let's grow our businesses together. How about it? Yeah, good answer. Anyway, it's Wednesday. How about a friendly follow? Instead of hearing me rant on about complacent people, why not sit back, take a break, grab a coffee, and read an online magazine? So I'm going to tell you to go follow Anita Campbell. Now, Anita has a great business. It's called Small Biz Trends. So her Twitter handle is Small Biz Trends, B-I-Z. I think her website is actually smallbiztrends.com, and she has another one called Biz Sugar, another handle, Twitter handle actually called Biz Sugar. But go there. She has been publishing that as an online magazine since 2003, I think. It is chock full of information for small business owners. It includes reviews of things. It includes gear guides and bits and gadgets and things like that. It's pretty cool. Now, she's also a very, very strong advocate for female entrepreneurs, and is writes for Forbes, and is a top female entrepreneur. So ladies, learn a lot from them, but men too, learn a lot from women. They're so much better at this stuff than us. Trust me. Anyway, for you, your last assignment of the day is to review this podcast. I'd love to know. There are many reviews on iTunes. I like it, and I like to hear them from all over the world. So go to iTunes, give a review, give your honest opinion. I'd love to hear what you think. And for those of you in England, don't worry, one more day to the general election tomorrow, and then it's all over. I'll speak to you about politicians and social media tomorrow.